Okay, we are here live at the construction site of the Performing Arts Center at Brown University, down below ground, if you can see behind us here, from the bottom of the crane all the way to the top, 227 feet. And I have Mike Katubi with Shamit here with us today and others to explain a little bit more about the project. Mike, thanks for joining us today.
Good morning. Glad to have you at the future home of the Brown Performing Arts Center. The deepest elevation, like you mentioned, we're standing in one of the rehearsal studios that will be for the Brown Arts Initiative in 2022.
Okay, so as we were talking about prior, all of this will be space for the Art Center. Now, this is strictly for the building. Parking is not part of this. So tell us a little bit about, when this started and the next steps moving forward.
Sure. So we've been on site actively working on enabling for the Performing Arts Center since last summer, which involved about 6 months of infrastructure work with the culmination of moving the Sharp House, which is off in the distance, which used to sit in the middle of this project site. So by Christmas of last year, the house was moved, the site was enabled, and in January of this year, we started excavating.
Okay, any given day, we are told anywhere from 37 to 40 plus construction workers here on the site. As we see around us, tell us a little bit about the work that's being done.
So right now, like I mentioned, we're at the deepest elevation. It took us about 10 months to get down here. We started with drilling and overburden removal. We did some micro fracturing as we hit competent rock. So we had about 20 feet of solid ledge that we had to fracture and remove from the site. That brought us to middle of September, beginning of October, where we started our concrete foundations. And it really hit the ground running on November 1st when the tower crane was erected. So that's really going to facilitate the next 6 months or so of concrete work that'll go through late winter, early spring, quickly followed by our structural steel. Okay,
now as we see this crane above us here, Mike, the height 227 feet again from the base. 227 feet and 2 inches.
From the lower footing.
Tell us a little bit about the role of the crane then moving forward in the next steps in the construction process.
The big thing with the crane, we went through a pretty rigorous selection process for what kind of crane. Chose the tower crane really because it can provide the most efficient and productive use for everybody on site, as well as the community as well. Really for everything that comes to and from the site, this was the easiest and most cost-efficient way to do it. At the end of the day, what we try to do is deliver a world-class product to Brown and our clients, and this really helps us enable to do that in a really safe and efficient way.
Okay, again, just want to give folks a little glimpse of where we are below the surface here. Again, beyond that wall up there is Angel Street. When you drive by, you just see the top of it, but wanted to bring you here at GoLocal down all the way. Again, as they drill to the bottom, now building back up. Now we're going to welcome on Jay Sisson with Brown. So
It's going to be Mike Guglielmo.
We're going to get Mike. Okay, come on over, Mike.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming out on this sunny but cold morning.
Okay, Mike, tell us a little bit, again, how we got to where we are today.
Oh boy, it's been quite a journey. It's probably been 25, 30 years in the making. The arts have always been key and essential to Brown University's education. And this project really took hold, I would say, within the last 3 to 4 years.
We're going to just flip this around for you here, Mike.
Okay.
I gotcha.
Is that any? Nope.
When you're on a construction site, lots of noise here. We want to make sure that we hear you loud and clear, so appreciate it. Okay, let's talk a little bit again, Brown looking to build this and what it's going to entail.
Okay, so it entails quite a bit of support from the entire university community, starting with the president and many corporation members, where as part of the core of President Paxton's tenure here is building on distinction. And the arts was essential to how Brown would move forward within the future. The university's strategic plan, Building on Distinction, reaffirms our belief that arts are vital to a liberal education. The construction of this building will become the hub for the arts at Brown. This will allow a place for not only theater, dance, music, but performing arts across the entire campus. that it's essential, or with it being located here within the center of campus, and the fact that it also enhances some of the existing buildings that are already here at Brown. For example, the Marty and Perry Granoff facility.
As you can see just behind the construction site. Now, if you can see this ladder here, this is what it took to actually get down here into the site. Again, just to show you how low we did have to go here to get down to where things are currently taking place.
So some of the other elements, we kicked off the project in design well over 2 years ago. As part of that process, it was a global search for hiring the right architect that could basically bring the physical aspects together of the design and the vision for the performing arts here at Brown, and with the partnership of Rex out of New York City. I think we have captured that vision. Along with that vision involved us to dig pretty deep. This is one of the deepest construction projects that has occurred at Brown, being about 45 feet below grade. We don't have any other buildings at that depth. So it's been pretty exciting, and I think a lot of excitement around the community here to see us excavate to this level. Something that will go down in history here at Brown. The other element that will definitely go down in history at Brown is the tower crane. A lot of excitement around this over the past couple of weeks, but a very, very, very extensive process and permitting. But a lot of this, I would have to say, has been a result of a great partnership. A partnership not only with the local community, the Brown community, but also with our partners here at Shawmut Design and Construction, who have completed numerous projects over the years, about 20 years in the making. Within that 20-year journey, our project delivery process has also matured along the way. This here is a representative of an integrated project delivery process where every team member, from the guys, the boots on the ground, weigh in on what we're doing, not only from a design, but also from an execution phase daily. So Brown is clearly out in the front on how we do our project delivery, but it's a direct result of a successful project and where we are to date. To have a project that is not only on schedule, but on budget is a direct result of the team.
Okay, and here, speaking of the team, some of the team members we have around us here. Going to give folks a glimpse. Thank you for joining us here, gentlemen. We are going to wrap up here at GoLocal Live at Brown University. We're going to be bringing you the impeachment proceedings from Washington, D.C. shortly. So when we go live, please check back in on GoLocal Live.